Okay, certainly the airport, it's a new airport. We're 5 years old. The airport was built as being the center of this new aerotropolis that is very much part of what the provincial government has as part of its master plan to grow the economy of the region. And as the airport, uh, it's great to be the center of that. Um, Obviously, the airport was built to accommodate all types of aircraft. In fact, it's built to accommodate the largest wide-body aircraft. And part of what we want to do is to ensure that we do provide the connectivity that's quite key for the region. Now, people will use an airport not because they want to come to the airport. They come through the airport, but to actually visit the region. And the region is quite a prominent region. It's from an economic point of view, the second largest economy in South Africa with huge tourism potential. So I think having new airlines and new connectivity is great for the aspirations of the region. But from an airport point of view, it's also great uh, because we have aspirations in the airport to grow our international connectivity because it means more air traffic movements, it means more passengers, it means we are able to give more people access to travel. And really, that's what an airport should do. I think for all of the stakeholders, all of the businesses that operate at the airport, it's very positive as well because it creates other economic spin-offs for those businesses. And we just love to see our airport grow and to see more people from other countries coming in with direct connectivity to the airport.
Now, the region is aggressively attracting new international airlines to cater in. What is the capacity of the airport to handle these additional flights, and how many more international flights can Kinshasa accommodate?
Well, the region is certainly, we're working very closely with the region to increase our direct international connectivity. The airport is built to manage 7.5 million passengers. That was the initial capacity. Obviously, it can be expanded incrementally to add to handle more passengers. Currently, we slightly under 5 million passengers. From an overall capacity point of view, we do have capacity to handle more aircraft. However, on the international side, uh, if you have airlines all coming in at the same time, obviously that creates some kind of challenges which we need to deal with. I think it's a very good challenge to have. I think any airport in the world will take it to actually have the demand for airlines wanting to come in and try and deal with the challenge of maybe having all of them wanting to come in at a similar time. So there are processes available to us like slot management. But slot management is something that we would try and use as a last resort because we would want to try and accommodate the airlines that are coming in as much as possible. Now, obviously, if we spread the traffic that we're getting over a longer period, which means it's much easier to process those passengers and those airlines through our terminal. So those are some of the operational things that we will try and do to accommodate the requirements of the airlines. We're also very busy at this point in time updating our master plan, which is an important project for us because remember, the airport was built 5 years ago and we had a master plan. Now we've initiated another project to relook at our master plan. The master plan, however, is more a long-term, futuristic-looking macro sort of view on how the airport can be expanded. But we'll actually use that opportunity of updating our current master plan to see what are some of the shorter-term or medium-term interventions that we can do from an infrastructure planning point of view. So those are some of the things we would need to do. However, because we are a regulated entity as well, when you expand a terminal, there's quite a consultative approach that we've got to use with the industry, with the airlines, so that we all are in sync with what we need to do. So I think those are some of the challenges that we face. But as I said, I think they're good challenges, and we're really keen to find the best ways possible to accommodate those airlines that are coming through here.
And then how are you guys as EXA involved in attracting these new airlines to the region? Are you giving any incentives or benefits that you bring to the table in these negotiations with new airlines? And if so, what are those incentives?
Okay. I think we're very fortunate in that as King Shaka International Airport, being part of EXA, that we have a very good working relationship with our province and all of the relevant agencies within the province and the city for that matter. So we work very closely with tourism, with the Department of Economic Development, with the Dubai Trade Port, with the Durban Tourism Agencies. Remember, I said that airlines and traffic wants to come into a region, not necessarily the airport. So you've got to work with those stakeholders to ensure that we're doing work to make the region attractive, both from an economic point of view and both from a tourism point of view. Now, as it relates to incentives, as the airports company South Africa, because we are regulated, we don't at this point in time have have an incentive scheme in place. But again, the KZN province has been very proactive, and they have created a policy that's been approved by the KZN cabinet that puts together an incentive package for airlines that want to operate here. And obviously that policy has been approved, and therefore as all of the stakeholders, including the Dubai Trade Port, when we are dealing with an airline, it's dealt with through that forum that we've created. As AXA, our key role really is, yes, to work with the stakeholders, to then look at how we could jointly market the airport, jointly market the region, and I think those are some of the packages that we are developing together with some of these stakeholders. But our key focus is really to look at our service standards at the airport. How do we facilitate those airlines to ensure that they're able to operate here?
And then I don't know if you can answer that, but that would be my last question for you. Can we expect any other international airlines to come to London to Shaka in the next year?
Well, listen, I think generally speaking, I think now that we've secured as not necessarily AXA or King Shaka, but together with the route development committee that we have with the province, now that we've secured these airlines, there's a lot of interest from other airlines. So one would expect, yes, in the short to medium term, that there could be other airlines that are interested. In fact, as part of our strategy of the route development committee, is to target certain areas that we believe do create the potential for new routes that we could attract at this airport. So I do think, as much as it's very positive that we have all of these new airlines coming, I do think we are going to see more airlines that would probably be interested in coming through in the short term.
That's a very good
Very good.
Thank you.